Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Wrassle Graps. My name is Chris,
My name is Vincent.
and here we are ready to review Smackdown. I was gonna say, and we're here too, but I said here we are because I had to save that somehow. Like Randy Orton or Austin Theory saving somebody from botching that superplex.
I totally skipped that moment.
I really,
hmm
even if you skipped it, it's all over Twitter.
I don't. I go. Okay, look. I went on Twitter and I got spoiled. So what am I supposed to do?
What'd you get spoiled on? This Rock and
Everything. The
Roman?
Rey Mysterio fucking returned. Some other shit happened. I think Bailey got attacked by Dakota Kai, and I got spoiled on all of it.
That is basically Smackdown in 5 minutes or five
Except
seconds.
I was like, how did I never go on Twitter? Okay, I never go on Twitter. And I go on Twitter one time and I get spoiled of all these things, and I'm like, what the fuck? Maybe it's because I don't watch SmackDown, so I don't care, right?
Well,
So
here's the
usually
deal.
I don't care. So I don't watch SmackDown. But now I
Hmm.
care because I'm watching it.
Well, I was lucky enough to catch most of it live, so I saw everything as it was happening.
Oh, I bet you had the fucking blacked out screens, didn't you?
Oh, you know I did. You know I did.
Couldn't be me.
Well, technically, everyone did. What happened
No,
was
that's not what happened to me.
you didn't have them. How did you not have them?
Completely legal, you know what I mean?
Oh, completely legal.
Yeah, I have no idea what feed this was, but
Did
it
you
was great.
also? Did they mute the audio on yours too?
No,
So you heard everything crystal clear. Wow.
yeah. Even though I skipped some moments, so maybe I was really on point and I skipped
You
everything
skipped
bad
every
about
moment.
the whole thing.
That's not. Did it? Well, did the segment make sense to you?
I told yeah, 100%.
It made sense. So there's no way in hell you skip past that because if it made sense to you, there's no way you did.
Yeah, it made sense to me. I understood.
Well, anyway, let's get into it since we're already talking about it. The first 40 minutes of the show, Rock and Roman cutting a promo because The Rock went over his time. Isn't
Oh,
that
you
funny?
know it. You know it.
Well, I saw the reports. Yeah, he went over his time by a
Well,
lot.
I knew that before the reports came out because I'm a genius.
Well, because you looked on YouTube, you saw the full clip was 30 minutes, and you said, "I know somebody did something wrong here."
No, because Naomi was in the ring, dude, without an entrance. That's why I knew.
Yeah, I remember seeing everyone on
She
Twitter
got
was
that
pissed.
jobber entrance.
I saw everyone on Twitter was pissed about that, and then the reports came out, and I was like, that makes more sense than they just relegated her to jobber status this quickly.
That's the first thing that came to my mind was Naomi's a. No, I'm kidding. But I was like, no, The Rock went over her time or his time for sure.
Well, look, I sat down and I listened to and watched all 20 minutes of his promo he put on Twitter or X or whatever it was.
I think it's called Elon Musk platform.
Yeah, on Musk. Yeah, I watched his whole promo on Musk, and I
Musk. It
thought it
should
was
be
pretty
called
good.
Musk. It's kind of catchy. It's kind of disgusting, but
It is kind of gross.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
is there good Musk? There might be good Musk.
There's good Musk, but when there's
Not
good Musk,
Elon
no one
Musk. He's
calls it
not good.
Musk.
He's not good.
It's a problem. Everyone calls it scent when it's nice. No one calls it Musk.
Is that true?
I feel like I've never heard someone use the word musk describing a pleasant
But like
smell.
deodorant, right? Like that's kind of
I
like a
mean,
Musk, right?
I would like to point out to you though, before the show
No,
started,
I
you
guess
were like,
Musk is what you. I don't know.
before we started doing this, you asked me, well, how we were talking about how long the reviews would be, and you said, well, it shouldn't take long, and I was like, well, sometimes stuff happens, and you're like, what do you mean stuff happens? This is how it happens. The
That's true.
conversation
We're
about Musk,
lost on Musk. How are we lost on Musk?
lost in the Musk.
We got lost
But
in the
did
Musk.
anyway, did you see the 20-minute thing that Rock put on social media though?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I like that. That was a good
It was
promo. I
20
thought
minutes.
it's 21 minutes.
Yeah, I watched that shit in TikTok.
Man, how'd you watch that on
I'm the
TikTok?
best, bro. I'm the goddamn man. I
You missed
fucking
something.
nailed this whole entire fucking week. It was crazy.
So basically, The Rock on that promo explained um, what happened, why Cody backed out originally. It's because The Rock called him and he said, "Hey, I need you to back out. This match is too big." Rock and Roman. She's like, I'll do it. I'm a team player." And then he's like, "Man, that's really cool of you." And then he came out and he said, "Actually, never mind. And also, your family sucks. And The Rock was like, oh, that's not cool of you. And now I gotta do all this.
You saw that T-shirt he has?
I did. I did see that T-shirt. I was tempted. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh no, that fucking shirt's funny.
All right, that was a great shirt. The cartoon comic looking shirt of him smacking Cody. That's a great shirt.
Yeah, it was like that's hilarious.
I didn't know if it was the actual Cody Rhodes Twitter account, but I did see there was a post responding to the Rock thing, and he said, it's that
It
text,
was real,
that
I
picture.
think. It was real.
Oh yeah, you saw that too.
Yeah.
I love that response. I'm
I'm
not
impressed
reading
by
all that.
myself right now.
You're it's like the Flash if he was a wrestling podcast.
Yeah, man, I'm just catching up on everything like that.
But anyway, so Rock and Roman, they're in the ring. Rock says, I'm not going to finish you one-on-one, Cody. Here's what's going to happen. Tag match, me and Roman, Seth and Cody, night one main event. If you guys win, Bloodline's not going to be in the match we have with Roman. If we win, it's Bloodline rules, meaning Bloodline does what they want, and they figure it out. And then Roman Reigns says, you know what? You want you to acknowledge me, Rock. And Rock says, I'll do it. And he does.
Yeah. That's what
And
happened.
then that's 40 minutes of content summed up in 30 seconds, right?
Yes. Are you interested in seeing this?
Interested in the match? I am interested in the match. I was talking to one of my coworkers the other day, and I told him, this is the most unpredictable WrestleMania has been in a while in wrestling in general. And I do love when wrestling is like this, unpredictable in a good way,
Yeah, definitely. I think that. Oh no, I love that The Rock is back too, and he's a heel.
Too. A lot of people didn't think he could pull it off in this day and age, but he's doing a great job.
Yeah, I mean, look, I will say though. So I was on TikTok as per usual, right? And I see somebody. I don't know their name. I'm sorry, but they say something pretty funny. They were like, "Oh, The Rock is cosplaying as The Rock," and I was like, "That's fucking true."
What does that even mean?
Do you not sense do you not feel that way that he's just cosplaying himself?
Can you cosplay yourself? Is that even possible?
The Rock is doing it right fucking now. He's like acting. It's weird to explain, but it just doesn't feel natural, in some ways,
What you mean?
The
Like he's so?
attire, the way he talks, shit like that.
You mean that he's so likable? It's like he has to act like he's a bad guy.
Indeed, yes. Like
Well,
he's
now
his,
that makes
like he's his old self, basically.
okay. Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
That makes
You
more
get it?
sense.
Yeah.
Now I get it. It's not
I was
super
like, that's
funny now you
fucking
have to
true.
explain it, but
That's fucking true.
it's true. And he did call everyone in Arizona a bunch of crackheads. That also happened.
He's always fucking. That's his go-to thing. He immediately starts with, "Oh yeah, this town sucks."
But he has a formula now, it looks like, based off the last two promos where he comes out and he says, you set a world record and you're going to like this. And then he insults you and they're like, oh, I can't believe we fell for it again.
Because that's what I noticed. I was like, he's gonna call them crackheads for sure, 100%. That's what he does.
That is true. I do love that he got it. Everyone was mad at him for making the joke about, you're Seth Rollins is Cody's girlfriend. So everyone got upset at him about that because so like 20 years ago. And so he's like, oh, you're a walking
Seth
clown
Rollins is
emoji.
Cody's girlfriend.
That's what he called him once, and people didn't like that. So now he
Oh,
calls him the
baby.
walk. I don't know. I guess just because Seth Rollins sticks up for him so much, that's what he calls him.
I'm about to introduce you to my girlfriend.
Oh, the yours.
Guess what it is?
No, I think I have an idea what it is.
It's the fucking predictions.
Predictions
What
title.
more do you need than the predictions championship, Chris? You wouldn't know because you never had it before.
It's like watching a wrestling version of the movie Her.
It's like I'm cosplaying an AEW champion. I mean, I am the predictions champion. What more
Yeah,
do you
it's like
want?
you're cosplaying the predictions champion because you know you're not the real champion. You won by die.
Oh, this is solid steel, Chris.
Solid Steel, man, prove it.
That's the most wrestling that you ever heard in your entire life.
You prove that it's solid steel. I know you can. It's the most plastic thing I've heard in my life.
It sounds like solid steel to me.
Well, you gotta get your ears checked then, pal. Don't know what to tell you.
I probably do. I'm deaf.
Also, congratulations on the relationship. I'm proud of
Yeah, no problem, man. I mean, I won the predictions, you know what I mean? So it is what it is, right? Me and that
I
Triple
mean,
H thing, that was kind of clutch, you gotta say.
it was kind of clutch. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you.
You know, on the spot thinking, fast thinking. That's what you gotta be. That's what you gotta do to be the predictions champion.
Man, I've been more torn. As a friend, I'm supportive of this, but also I should have a predictions title right now.
I wonder what your championship would look like.
No, I think when you'll see it, you'll think it's super original. Kind of like yours. I've never seen that one before, but super original.
Super original, okay. I bet yours wouldn't be made of solid steel.
Made of solid gold.
Gold, really?
You
You know
know?
what? Gold's cool, but it's not solid steel.
All right, well, we're moving on. Okay. Rock is Roman acknowledge him. That's a big deal. I don't know how serious it is. Rock also messed up the hand sign again this time. Yeah, he did that. This time Paul Heyman noticed.
We the ones, you the buns, baby.
It's like you're calling everybody losers, and that's kind of messed up.
I think it's on purpose now at this point because
It
you
has
can't
to.
you can't go through last week or 2 weeks ago and be like, yeah, that was correct, yeah. Like you have to have
Yeah.
some self awareness and online ability, especially if you see those Cody things where everyone's you know complaining that
One.
Cody didn't get the main event. So I feel like he saw that people were mocking him for that, right? Making fun of
Mhm.
him, and so that's why I'm saying, like, I think it's on purpose.
Yeah, I do agree. And one last thing I will say about this before we move on to something else. I do like that he leans into the corporate Rock thing of how he's a shareholder of TKO, so he's technically everyone's boss. I do like that he leans into that now.
And everyone shaved to Triple H.
Everyone did, and he didn't acknowledge it. It's
No,
kind of
he didn't
messed up.
acknowledge Triple H. He acknowledged his tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
He did do that. So moving on. Stratton and Naomi. Not a long match,
Stratton.
but cool.
Okay, first of all, let's talk about the entrances. How
Mm-hmm.
do you give Tiffany Stratton her entrance and not Naomi's entrance?
Did you get the full entrance, or was it the half
She got
entrance?
the whole damn entrance.
I don't know. That's a great question.
Got the whole fucking. How is that the one that you choose?
Well, Tiffany Stratton is more over now.
I don't
In
care if she's
fairness,
more over. She could be fucking somebody famous, and I wouldn't care. All right, I couldn't think of a name. All right, she might be famous, but it's fine.
maybe. Who knows?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe more famous than me with
I'm not going to
33
sit here.
subscribers on YouTube.
I mean, by that logic, I'm also famous.
We're really famous. 33 subs. It's pretty good.
33 subs. That's about as many as you can get at Subway.
Somebody make it 34.
Someone
Or
make it their hell.
is it 33? I'm not even sure, but I'm going off memory. So hell yeah.
It is 33. While you guys are at it, if you guys want to get it to 100, you're more than welcome to. It's an option.
Oh, 100 is pretty cool. Yeah.
It's a cool number. I like that number. But yeah, it's a short match. These guys, they do their best. They do what they can with the time they have, but Naomi loses, unfortunately.
Definitely. This was cut short, obviously, but it was good. I mean, they both have similar styles too.
I do see a lot of people judging the handling of Naomi so far, and I get it. I don't think this was them trying to present her as a jobber. I really do just think it was The Rock running over his time is what screwed him over. But that's just my take on it.
I can't believe this. The Rock. That's an L for you, sir.
It is indeed. Throw him up. Throw him up indeed.
But
Moving
what
on
does he
now.
mean by that, though?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. What does he mean by that?
L can mean anything.
Can he just not put the thumb in? I don't know.
Louisiana. Could be Louisiana.
Could be something about how he just loves the bloodline. The L stands for love.
He likes Popeyes.
So he does like
Louisiana.
super. You know, a long time ago, he was positioning to fight Superman as Black Adam. Superman, member of the House of L. Maybe he was just trying to say that,
Yes.
showing his love for Superman.
Lake. A lake. Maybe he likes lakes.
He could. The Rock does look like a lake guy to me.
Yeah, I mean, oceans are overrated. I like lakes.
I mean, look, hold on a second. Let me see something. What's the name of Rock's character in the Fast and Furious movie?
I believe his name was Family.
Family. What's it? What I think it is? Hold on.
Yeah, probably.
What's his full name?
Don Toretto.
I think his full name is Luke Hobbs. And if that's the case, he could just be referencing his Fast and Furious character.
Is it Don? Okay, I don't know what name I just said, but
It is. His name in Fast and Furious is Luke Hobbs.
Luke Hobbs?
Could just be referencing himself.
It could be that, yeah.
Dom Toretto is the main character. You almost had it.
Okay, I almost had it.
That's
I said
Vin
Dom.
Diesel.
I said Dom.
That's
Yeah,
Vin Diesel. That's the wrong bald man. That's the problem.
that's true. That's true. Man, I got that shit though. Kind of.
You did. Family and Dom Toretto. That's really all you gotta know about those movies. Anyway, now I move on to a tag team match: Bailey and Dakota Kai versus the Kabuki Warriors. I am going to go out here and say, you know what? I like the Kabuki Warriors theme song. I think it's good.
I skipped their entrance.
You would. You really would. And you know what? How do you feel about the story so far? Bailey being kicked out of the group.
Look, I skipped all their story and I just kind of went to the match. So look, from what I've seen, I don't know.
What kind of predictions champion are you, pal?
Look, I'm just here to predict. I just win by luck. Okay, that's what I do. So don't get on my case.
Maybe this is the problem. I'm too informed and in the know to be doing predictions. This
Look,
could be
all I
it.
know is, so like last week or some shit, Dakota Kai comes up to her and she's like, "Let me help you" or something. Or maybe that was 2 weeks ago. I don't know.
That was 2
And
weeks
she was
ago.
like, "Back off." And then that's all I remember. So I don't know whether they're together, but they're just friends, I guess. And now they're not friends.
Fair enough. I'll give you that. So they have this tag match. Dakota Kai turns on Bailey. She's joining Damage Control again. And
what was the point of joining Bailey?
It's a long con. That's why.
Tony Khan. Nick
so
Khan?
Long Tony Khan.
Which one's longer?
Let us know in the comments who's longer, Nick or Tony. Who's your favorite long con?
Accurate heights, please.
Accurate heights only down below.
Exactly.
All right, moving on. Braun Breaker versus Zion Quinn. Braun Breaker hits spear, pins him.
Zion Quinn. I mean, it doesn't matter who he is.
It's just spear, 1, 2, 3. That's the match.
Does not matter who the fuck he. I was told he was a genetic freak, and then he gets fucking speared. And
he's a guy from NXT. He's one of those NXT guys.
I know he's a guy from NXT, but who the fuck is he? Because I don't watch NXT.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Do I look like I watch NXT? Would the predictions champion watch NXT?
Predictions champion didn't even watch the backstories and the entrances.
Belts made out of silent steel.
Man, I feel like I've seen that belt somewhere now that you mention it.
Definitely not NXT, that's for sure.
That sure as hell wasn't. But yeah, Breaker wins. I'm looking forward to seeing NXT more of him.
Just because.
What?
I'm in Florida.
Good. I mean, are they even still there? I think they might.
I'm sure they'll come back.
I'm sure they will too. Anyway, looking forward to seeing more Braun Breaker on the main roster. You?
I want to see Blonde Breaker too. I think it's a good look.
I agree. Moving on. Sadly, Virgil passed away this week. They had a nice little tribute for him. It's very cool of them to do that. Rest in peace, Virgil.
At all the meet and greets in heaven.
Yeah, indeed. Gonna move on now to Carlito versus Santos Escobar in a street fight. This was a match that was supposed to happen all the way back in November, right? At Survivor Series?
I think so. And then the sneak attack happened, and then couldn't.
A very obvious sneak attack, yeah. I was just seeing that one coming. That's a shame.
That was rough. It was rough.
It's a shame, but this was a very fun match that I did enjoy. We'll
Oh, I
say that
like the
much.
match. There was headshots too.
Yeah, with chairs. That's a new one.
It's because Carlito was there, of
Yeah, that's true. Anyone else wouldn't be able to do it. Carlito gets away with it because it's Carlito.
course. Yeah.
My favorite part though was when he was going under the ring. They were chanting apple. He pulled out some kendo sticks. Then he found an apple under there. He tried to eat it too.
Look, here's the thing. Was that fucking scripted or something? Like, what the hell?
I, I liked it. I thought it was fun and cool.
Because why
Didn't
would
want
they
to eat.
chant Apple? How would they know they were going to do that? They definitely didn't know
I know.
that. And then they were going to
Well,
plan to do it anyway, but the crowd did it before they did.
well, they see Carlito. They're like, well, I
Or
want him to have an
we
apple.
didn't see something. Maybe the screen said Apple, Apple, Apple. And they were chanting it. And then he pulls out the apple. It's like the most fucking weird thing ever.
Maybe there's a very angry man in the crowd. There was like, what's your favorite phone company? And he yelled out Apple, And they're like, oh, I love to see Carlito with an apple. They must be talking about Carlito. Everyone starts chanting, and then that's how they get here.
True. That's what I was like, what the fuck? They like literally beat him to the punch or something.
They must have. He looked very upset, and he pulled out the apple, as most
It's
people
like,
do in
damn
Indiana.
it. The Rock, man. He wasted his time and now I have a shorter match.
Now I can't use these kendo sticks anymore.
Yeah, he was going to lose the match too if he didn't get saved.
By the apple.
No, the apple, exactly. One apple a day keeps the bananas away.
True. That's pretty true. But yeah, so pulls out the apple, doesn't get to eat it because Santos takes him down. They're having a more of a competitive match, some fun spots with trash cans and chairs, and then eventually Legado del Fantasma comes out, jump Carlito, they hit a group finisher. He kicked out. I was surprised he kicked out of that, but then the LWO shows up, save him. Looks bad for Carlito though. Still, then your favorite wrestler of all time, Rey Mysterio, shows up, saves the day. Carlito wins. LWO.
He pulled a move from AEW.
He did. I don't know what that move was though.
Guess what? Hangman Page's move.
Oh yeah.
With the crutches, and then he just fucking boom. You know what I mean?
I thought you were talking about the Sting appearance, where Sting waited for everyone to get taken down before he showed up.
That was look. AEW is a doozy. All right.
It is a doozy, it really is. But yeah,
That was fucking. I don't know.
This time though, we can't call him the LWO. We have to call him the LW. Oh, that's a fun one. Now, good for them.
I suppose so. They won a match.
They won a match.
That's the LWO.
Clap, there you go. Golf clap it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why just 2 claps specifically?
Lights on, lights off.
All right. Anyway, moving on to some backstage stuff. Your favorite tag team of all time, Bate and Dunn. Talking to.
There's somewhere in the world, right? Think about it like this. There's somewhere in the world, and they have no idea that there's a podcast on YouTube that calls this team the Cum Buckets.
Would you prefer they knew?
No, obviously not. But I'm just saying, they just have no fucking clue. And then if they ever find out, they'll be like, "What the fuck? What have
they're coming for you, not me.
What have we done to deserve this?"
They're find out they're coming for you, not me. I've done nothing. I'm innocent.
Coming
I would never
me?
call them that. Yeah, they're coming for you and your buckets.
Not my buckets. Not my buckets.
Especially your buckets, pal.
Nah.
But they want a rematch.
I'm hitting them with my solid steel belt.
All right, pal. You'll hear plastic solid steel championship. But yeah, they want a rematch at WrestleMania. Then the authority figure whose name I forgot, maybe you know. Do you know by
Magnus?
Yeah, Magnus. He's like, you know what? That's a tall order. We'll see about that. But then he hears something. He's like, I'm gonna go check him. And there's LA Knight banging on his door. That's his name. Nick Aldis. That's his name. Now I know. It's Nick Aldis.
I feel like there's some people named Magnus, and I'm like, where does that come from?
That is somebody who thinks that ancient Greece was pretty cool.
Because there's like Magnus, I think that's the chess player.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong guy about chess. I have no idea.
You wouldn't know about chess if it hit you in the face.
Would you?
I don't even know how to set up chess. I asked the people
No, there we
around
go.
me
Yeah, here we
because I
are.
didn't know how to set it up, and I worked at the place, and then they were like, "You don't know how to set up a chessboard?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, I don't know how to set up a chessboard."
And you're yelling
And I
at
was
me
like,
for my
"Everyone,
lack
help
of
me right
knowledge.
now! Everyone around me, please help me! Drop your kids and help me set up this chessboard because my boss wants me to."
Why do they have to drop the children first?
They were already on the floor. I mean, come on, it's not that brutal, you know what I mean?
I guess.
Just
It's
leave them
just,
where they be and help me fucking set up a chessboard.
well, I just find it offensive that
And
you're
then I
yelling
got
at me
fired.
about for not knowing how to set up a
That's not what happened.
chessboard.
But I got fired like a year later.
It's because you didn't know how to set up a chessboard.
That's true. That's true. If only
So yeah,
I knew how to set up a checkers board. That's so easy, bro.
well, yeah, it's just the colors. You match them.
No, Chris. You don't know nothing about checkers.
Look, man, I could set up a chessboard if I had to.
Oh, wow, really, man? Oh, really?
Just
Where's
don't
the
ask me to
queen?
do it. Just don't ask me to prove it, because
All
I'm not
right,
gonna.
man. All right.
So LA Knight, speaking of
No wonder
chess,
I'm the genius here. And I picked that Triple H was going to announce the attendance record.
I picked it too right after you, so it had to be a tie.
That's not really a smart move, if you ask me, because I
Get
was smarter.
played.
I'm just saying.
Get played. You
All
did
right.
it to me later on, man. You did it to me later on.
I think we have to play chess eventually.
Oh, we might have to.
Because we don't know how to
One
play chess. And if we play chess, it's funny.
one day when we get enough from following, we'll live stream a chess game between the two of us.
Live stream, I think we'll just record it.
No, live stream.
Live stream, all right. One day we'll live stream.
Get somebody to read the chat. There you go.
You're reading the chat.
I'm not reading chat. I'm gonna get her to do it.
Who's reading the chat?
You know who.
I know who.
Anyway.
Hey Siri, will you read the chat for us?
You have no new messages.
See, she won't read the chat.
Well, no, because you have no new messages. What if you did?
That's true. It's true.
There you go. Problem solved. So anyway, LA Knight's backstage looking for AJ Styles. He's angry. He said, "How is a guy going to fly all the way across the world just to cost me a match? What kind of hating is this? This is next level." Then Nick Aldis says, "Yeah, that's pretty true, but that's why I told him to stay home because that's pretty weird of him." And he says, "Oh, that's a shame." And then it's over.
What the fuck kind of conversation is this?
I don't know.
I was like, he was there for the damn pay-per-view, LA Knight.
Yeah, he was there, and then Nick Aldis was like, "Yeah, I told."
Match, but still.
I like how Nick Aldis' first move wasn't, "I should book these guys in the match," or start setting up a match. It's, AJ, maybe you should go home. You know,
get some rest, man. You've been
maybe
working
you
too
don't.
hard.
Maybe you don't want to be there when he shows up.
Maybe that's why he fucking sent him home, because he knew LA Knight was gonna be walking around with a steel chair shouting, "AJ, AJ."
What I want to know is how he got that through customs.
It's a custom chair.
There you go. Main event time: Orton versus Theory. I didn't know that they do this now. They had one match left. Did you see that? Did you see that graphic?
What?
One bout left. Is that what they called it?
That's what they do. Yeah.
I didn't know. When did they start doing this? I've never seen this before.
They do that all the time.
Never once in my lifetime have I seen
this. They do
this.
that all the time.
Never once in my lifetime have I seen it.
Look who's skipping stuff now, Chris.
I never skipped nothing.
Because we reviewed SmackDown like recently, I think.
You think I pay attention when they start talking? I don't do that. Pay attention to the matches.
Right. You know, it's probably for the best. The commentary, look, I'll say it right now.
Go Wrassle Graps, not Jack Graps.
I'm not impressed with the commentary. I'm not impressed.
Because they have two heels doing commentary and it's weird.
And they don't call any moves. Do you realize that? Like, they don't say any moves. Maybe every now and then they're like, that was a DDT. And then they're like, but this AJ Styles guy, he's fucking great. Am I right, way back? Oh, yeah, he's fucking fantastic. He's a great guy, right? He brought me a Pepsi one time. Oh, yeah, he loves Pepsi, man. And that's like the whole match. And then they're like,
That's
"Ooh,
because
power slam! Oh my god!" And then it's just like back to that.
it's because Graves and Barrett are play-by-play guys. They don't know how to do that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Triple H is like, "Oh, you're doing great, man." It's like I haven't heard one move throughout this match being called. At least Michael
Well, yeah,
Cole calls a move. Like he's like, "Oh, sunset flip power bomb" or something. You
he
know,
calls it, but he'll call it wrong.
he might do that wrong, but he tries. He gives it his best shot.
All right, so main event time: Orton versus Theory. What happened was here
Like
is
imagine
that
if I called a
Austin.
power slam a crossbody. At least I'm trying. Corey Graves doesn't even give it
No,
to him. He's like, I'm
if
just
you're
gonna say the moves I know. That's the ones I'm gonna call.
well, yeah, that's smart. Don't say something
But
that's
the
gonna make
only
you look
problem
bad.
is he only knows 2 moves.
He was a wrestler. You should know more. Anyway,
You should, right? Okay, that's what I was like. Oh, he'd be great at play-by-play. He knows all the moves. He's a
Hey,
wrestler.
Barrett was a wrestler too. What the hell
And
are we
he
doing here?
refuses to say any names of moves. Like, it's like, what the fuck?
Well,
You know these moves. Like, you know when someone's hitting a fucking power bomb. Just say you hit a power bomb.
well, I don't know. Let me ask you a question though. Was there something between Karrion Kross and Bobby Lashley on this show? Because I saw it on the YouTube channel, but I missed the first 20 minutes of SmackDown, so there's every chance I missed that.
But between who?
Between Karrion Kross and Bobby Lashley.
You have a match.
Yeah, next week. But was there anything I missed though?
No.
All right. So what happened was Orton found Theory and Waller laughing at his clip from Elimination Chamber where Logan cost him the match. And he's like, which one of you guys wants a match with me? Because that's going to be pretty funny. And then Grayson Waller says, I think Austin Theory wants a match with you. And he said, all right, I'll see you out
Everyone
there.
else we note says Australian guy.
Yeah.
Because I forgot his name.
You forgot his name. Okay, whatever.
He's an Australian guy.
That could be any Australian man.
Like who?
Any Bronson Reed. Bronson
Who's
Reed's an Australian
Australian?
man. Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed? Okay. Who else?
Bronson Reed.
Right, exactly.
What, Peyton Royce, Billy Kay? I mean, but they aren't using men specifically.
Exactly.
Anyway, so we're in Theory have this match. Kevin Owens is on commentary, so he can make a save at the end of the match. And we're in Theory have a not a bad match. This is a match with Austin Theory. I didn't mind. I thought it was fine.
Shouts out Austin Theory for
Having
nothing.
a fine
It's
match.
fucking.
Unless you really were the one that cleaned up and saved that superplex off the top rope.
I cleaned that shit
shouts
up
out
because I
that.
skipped it, so it never happened.
God damn it, man. Anyway, so Orton wins. Waller tries to attack Orton. Owens helps him out. Then Orton and Owens stand tall to end the show. That's basically everything.
It was something. It was all right for what it was.
You know what? The show went by quick. I was
It didn't feel like a
entertained.
main event to me, to be honest.
No, it didn't. I really would have had the Rey Mysterio return be the main event. That's just me personally.
That's me too, man. He's my favorite. Buika
But
Buika 619.
I don't know about you. I was thoroughly entertained throughout the show. It felt pretty quick. I would say it's a thumbs up show. You?
Thumbs up. I think so. It was good. The Rock was great. The thing is, it could also be a thumbs in the middle, kind of.
Like good, but I think enough happened to keep it as a thumbs up for me.
You know what? Fair enough. I think it was enjoyable. Okay.
That's all you need sometimes. Joy, all you need.
Yes. I like joy,
Anyway,
but not
Johnny,
almond joy.
well, no, not that. Whoever has an
Very
almond
sad.
joy.
Very depressing.
Anyway, guess you could take it to
Imagine
the
going like
blogs.
Halloween trick or treating, you get an almond joy.
It's happened once or twice.
Imagine going to Carlito's house and he gives you an apple.
Well, that's a win because that's his
And he
thing.
says, I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
Well, that's his thing.
And you're like,
So.
that's nice, man. Can I have some candy?
Happy Halloween to you too, Dick.
Yeah.
Very
Jimmy, just
well.
take the apple and go.
You have to. Sometimes you just have to.
Yeah. There was a literal woman in my neighborhood one time. She was handing out apples from her like little tub, right? And she was just giving it to motherfuckers. And I was like with my aunt or some shit. and she was just eating an apple. And I was like,
As one does.
this random motherfucker's giving you an apple out of a tub in her backyard, and you're gonna be like, all right, seems legit.
Oh, look, all you have to do is wash it. Check
Well,
for
she
any
didn't
weird
wash. She
bumps
ate
or marks.
it in there. As soon as she got the apple, she was like, munch, munch, munch.
Well, then that's a problem.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, no, bro. She could have done anything to these apples, all right? She could have bathed them in poison, all right?
She could have. Well, you would have
Bathed
smelled
them
it,
in
I'd
poison.
imagine.
If it's, I mean, there's smart motherfuckers out there.
Well, look, after you've told us down below
It's
your
gonna be the
thoughts,
next Jeffrey Dahmer.
possible, after you've told us your thoughts on the show, after you've told us which long con you think is longer, tell us down below. Do you think you'd notice? I like to believe I would notice. And you know what? While you're down there leaving those comments, I want you to scroll back up. I want you to leave a like. Pretty cool of you. And, while you're pressing buttons, press that subscribe button. Because why not? Just do it.
Are you doing plugs right now, man? What the fuck?
And if you let me do it, it's going good. And you know what? If you have a second and you don't mind, go into that description. And when you see the Linktree link, let's go follow us on those podcasts and platforms. Why not? And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.